Welcome back, everybody. Behind the scenes number 2, and I felt this is a really good time to make this video. I could use the breather this weekend, so this is a nice filler, first of all. Second, I've got some new subscribers, and if any of you have gone ahead through my channel, you've checked out other videos, especially if you've checked out my intro, my welcome, and you've noticed, hey, you've made a lot of videos since those first interviews. Are you still going to be doing more interviews? I will be. More will come in the new year. I haven't been working on that because I've just been a small channel and I've been trying to grow with different video ideas. You're going to get a little bit more for this year and for the start of next year of what you've been seeing lately, where I just talk about games that I like. I'm going to be doing a bigger series, especially on games that I like, and I might get into that idea later. And for the near future, a series that I think will be nice and unique to my channel. Something for new gamers where I'll be talking about different genres of video games. And of course, incorporating my storytelling, so it's a little bit personal too. So that's a little bit of what to expect if you're new to the channel. This is kind of my welcome to you, and of course, thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll enjoy the ride. On that note, I've got to thank somebody for some of the new subscribers here, and that is BioPhoenix, somebody who I've engaged with regularly on YouTube. He mentioned me in his community tab, his community mentions, shouted out my channel, said I was someone small, worth looking out for, mentioned a little bit about the video games that I talk about. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And people have so much as said, hey, I came from this, and nice to be here. So thank you. And also there's other people worth checking out in that mentions, some really unique ideas, people talking about obscure niche games. A lot of stuff you can find there. Keep an eye on him and watch his videos too, of course. Moving on now. Oh, actually, one more thing. A little bit of a milestone here. I can confidently say now that because of my new subscriber count, I have more strangers following me than friends and family. And that's pretty good. That's a good thing. Anytime you start out a personal endeavor, a new venture, some kind of a business, anything, or even just like an Instagram account doing art, whatever it is, of course, your first followers are going to be your friends, your family, and people you know. And so there's a bit of a growing phase and a waiting time where you're just trying to get over that hump where you can say like, okay, now I've reached a wider audience. Now I've got more people following. I'm making it. Let's go. Let's keep going. And that's finally happened for me. That feels pretty good. Excuse me for one moment. Okay. So that's all my preamble done. I think now we can move into a little bit of the meat here. I've got some notes in front of me that I can talk about. Oh yeah, so some improvements since the first behind the scenes video. I have tried my best to incorporate new visuals. I've tried to go back and replay games. I'm recording footage when I can. I never had the capacity to record games before. I didn't have a good enough computer. I didn't have the physical hardware for my consoles, and I still don't, so I'm doing everything on the computer. So yeah, my Switch is very special right now, where I'm just taking my Switch footage using the 30-second clips that you hold down on the controller. That's how I get my Switch footage. I'll probably change that in the future, but I haven't needed to yet. But yeah, I've been incorporating that into the videos, giving you guys something to look at rather than just listening to my videos. And it's interesting, I've got to put myself in the shoes of an audience member. The way that I engage with YouTube videos at work is really through not engaging with them. All I do is I play them and I set my phone aside, plugged into a charger, and I'm just listening to a lot of the content that I'm consuming. I've got to keep my hands occupied, my eyes are busy on my work, but obviously there's going to be people who just tune into the videos and they're engaged with their eyes, their ears, and everything. So I've given you some visuals, and I think I've done a good job of matching what goes on in a game to what I'm talking about. I don't have music, and music is a funny one where I just don't want to get hit by any copyrights. So unless I'm going to do a little 10-second clip of a game, and I don't want to talk over it, then I'll include some music and the sounds from the game. Otherwise, I think if music is ever featured on this channel, I'm going to have to make the tracks myself. And I've done that kind of thing before. It's just not extra work that I've been looking to do recently. I'm always trying to fill the time with my talking. Let me know though, is music ever distracting? I have certainly noticed in some videos where the music has been too loud or kind of the feel of the music has not suited what the speaker is talking about. And I wouldn't make any mistakes like that. But just if all of that is according to plan and if the music fits the video, is it always a benefit or is it always necessary, or can I keep on getting by without it? Let me know your honest feedback. anything about how I speak. As I do multiple takes for some of these videos, I'm running out of, my nice, smoother voice. I don't think I have a nice voice, but I'm losing the smoothness to my voice, and I'm trying to just sip down some liquids and trying to make it bearable for everyone. It's a little bit of a challenge where even if my takes get better as far as the words that I'm saying goes, I'm losing some of the quality of my voice, but that's why I got to do good first takes and good second takes. I had a funny comment where somebody mentioned like a good script or good writing or something like that. I just thought that was funny because that was off the cuff. And currently the only scripted videos recently were What Makes a Game Good. And even then, I really went off the rails from what I wrote down. I had pages and pages written, and I would get into, and I don't want to be looking at a screen, right? So I do multiple read-throughs, and I'm trying to memorize the lines as quickly as I can, but things are freestyled. And in the last videos where I'm talking about overrated games and underrated games, I'm just speaking from what I remember, speaking passionately to you guys about what comes to mind first. And I think I've done a better job in the last batch of videos where I'm going a little bit quicker. I'm not taking as long to think of the word that I want to say or the next words that I want to say. And I'll try to keep on improving with that. Similarly with interviews, hopefully as I do more interviews, I will get better at those because the first ones that I did, there's a lot of room for improvement there. Excuse me one more moment. But yeah, always feel like, yes, you can give me feedback, you can give me criticism. I'm open to all of it. I may not incorporate all of it, but it's interesting to hear different bits of feedback. I got a little point here about how I've been a lot slower than I would like to be, and don't need to linger on that. The fact is, busy with work, busy with real life obligations. There's only so much time and energy that I have, and a lot of that is on the weekend, but it's like, well, I want to relax and I want to recuperate my strength a little bit. Plus I want to do, the channel work, and that's always at odds with each other, and that's where the shorts have come in. Right, we can talk about the shorts now. So I had been doing the shorts before Halloween. I had a nice little barrage there, a nice flurry of them. But before Halloween, when I did Bravely Default and did Professor Layton, those were nice little fillers on the weeks where I wasn't doing full-length videos. I thought, I still need some content. What can I put in there? And First Impressions came to mind, where it would just be like, hey, this is how I talk about games. If you like the way I talk about games, probably check out my channel. First Impressions, the title was changed to Bite Size Review, just to be thematically consistent with the dog over here. Thought that was a good one. But I did get some feedback on my type of short, and somebody told me, hey, if you want to bring in the viewers, you got to do something like tips and tricks. Problem with tips and tricks is I'm not playing the same games for such a long amount of time anymore. If I do, they're usually older games like Age of Empires and Dota, and all the tips and tricks are already out there. Now, yes, I can still deliver things. Here's the unique way that I do it, and maybe this is more applicable to you than what you've seen on another channel. I heard watching another YouTuber on here that when they watch boss guides on how to beat certain bosses in video games, for whatever reason, they follow things to a T and they can't replicate the kill. So what's going on there? I do think that one of my strengths is communication, and I can take some ideas, whether they're other people's ideas or they're my own, and I can make them easily digestible for my audience. Now, do I want to be doing that? Do I want to be doing tips and tricks or any kind of ideas? I don't know. I don't think I want to focus on one game or a few games so much, but let me know also. If there's anything that you think I would be well suited to, anything you want to hear coming out of my mouth, if you think I need to tweak my reviews, my bite-size reviews, maybe you just want full-length reviews because you like what I do in bite-size reviews. Please let me know. I'm open to suggestions, but for now, they function as fillers. And around Halloween, I just thought, yeah, I can have a little fun with it, and I'll just make them themed on Halloween. And for that reason, I had some fun playing a lot more games in quick succession, and I was making some quicker uploads with those shorts. But anyways, coming back now to what we're currently working on, I think I can move ahead. Upcoming new videos, feedback on shorts, we just did. Yeah, so we'll finish with the upcoming videos. I am going to be releasing a top 50, and it's going to be chunk by chunk. So for example, the first, top 50 video games, obviously, my top 50. The first chunk will be games 50 to 41, and then 40 to 31, etc. And when we get to the final 10, I'll just split it up into two because I'm sure there's going to be more that I want to say. And this is like, okay, yeah, everyone does their top list of video games. Sure, you want to get some viewers, I get it. And yeah, I do want to get some viewers, but I still want to deliver something unique about it. And I've got some clever ideas for what to incorporate, either when I get to the end, and also a lot of follow-up videos. One of the big reasons why I've been stalling, first of all, we'll talk about that point, is I need to go back, replay the games, record my content, so I can have my own footage. I don't want to use anyone else's. So I need a little bit of time where I'm going to be playing those games. But once I have it all done, and once the whole top 50 is published, then I've got some really fun follow-up videos, a little bit in this vein for some of them. Another video idea I have, a series idea, and we'll see if I get started on that this weekend. I've got the rest of this Saturday and a little bit of tomorrow to use. I don't want to say too much about it, but it'll be a good one for newcomers, and it'll be a good one for fans of this channel. And I'll be talking about different genres of video games, and of course I'll be incorporating my storytelling. So look out for those videos. Let me know how I've been doing so far. If you just like what I've been doing, there's a little bit more of that. And of course, I'll be surprising you with some new content in the near future. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.